Graham Peterson is outside the old circus school at the observatory, where 29 people occupy Cape Town Council land. Peterson says he'll be homeless if they're evicted. Cape Town Council has offered relocate a group of people living on property formerly leased to South African National Circus School at Observatory, Culemborg Safe Area Shelter in Philippi, Mfuleni or Foreshore. This was revealed in an application to City Court for an eviction order against a group of 29 in Cape Town District Court on Thursday. However, the group calling themselves Willow Arts Collective turned down these offers. On the Daily Maverick, City of Cape Town to evacuate dozens of observatory residents from former circus school grounds. Some first moved into the building in 2016 after the circus founder illegally handed over municipal property. The circus lease was terminated in 2017. Ground Up reports that residents have since started growing vegetables to feed themselves and the surrounding soup kitchen and create art on the property. The city first applied to the court for an eviction order in September 2019. Before order was issued, the council had prepared a report on occupants' personal situation and contact them to find alternatives evacuation. In July 2021, Group lost counsel's bid to remove some details of housing report from court records. The housing report was finalized in June 2020, but court gave owners about a week after the July 2021 hearing to respond to report. This week, the council has also offered provide housing materials to Willow Arts Collective members if private landowners allow them build on their land. So far, no private landlord has volunteered to host them, despite calls from social media and previous support from civil society groups and observatory residents. The council, represented by attorney Bronwyn Wharton, argued that property, which was to be used for public use as an extension of the Hartleyvale Sports Complex, had been hijacked by WAC. Responding to the group's rejection of proposed alternative accommodation offers, Wharton said council is not required to provide accommodation in a particular location. The invaders could not determine where to move. One of group's arguments against relocating to campies in Philippi or Bosasa in Mfuleni was the distance from Observatory, where they made a living. In response, Wharton told court that most residents refused to provide personal information in the surveys that formed part of city's housing report. This meant that there was no way to determine how dependent the invaders were on being at or near the observatory. He argued that Culemborg Safe Space was an acceptable alternative given its relatively close proximity to the observatory, and suitable as there were only one couple among occupants. He has since argued that the occupiers cannot be considered a collective, as 16 of the